Malik walked into the barber shop just as the sun cut through the blinds, casting golden stripes across the floor. Clippers buzzed. Jokes flew like darts. The air was thick with aftershave and the tang of morning coffee. Posters of civil rights leaders stared down from the walls, watching silently over the neighborhood's daily rhythm. "You still rocking them busted shoes, Malik?" Nia quipped from behind her barber chair, smirking without looking up. "Come on now," added Keisha, perched in the corner scrolling through her phone. "You allergic to style or what? Man out here dressing like it's 1999 on a budget." Malik smiled faintly, unfazed. "I'm just here for the cut, not the catwalk." Tyrone, the owner, laughed from his chair, tapping ash off a half-smoked cigar. "Leave the man be. Maybe he's on to something we too blind to see." They laughed again, but Malik didn't mind. He had bigger things on his mind. His life was quiet, yes, but it had purpose. After the cut, Malik made his way to the community center. Kids were already spilling in, bouncing basketballs in the holes and chasing each other through the lobby. Malik veered into the tech room where he volunteered. It was a small space with outdated desktops, flickering monitors, and tangled wires, but it was his sanctuary. "Today, we're gonna make a website," he announced, clapping his hands together. The kids gathered around. Their eyes widened as he typed in lines of code and created a simple page with buttons and images. "This could be your hustle one day," he told them. "You learn this, you can build your own path." "But who's gonna hire me?" one boy asked, skeptical, arms crossed. Malik looked him in the eye. "You don't wait to be hired. You build your own table, like I'm building mine." Tanya, one of the kids' mothers, peeked in through the door. She crossed her arms, skeptical. "You still teaching for free? How do you even pay your bills?" "Bills don't define my worth," Malik said with a quiet smile. "Purpose does." Later that night, Malik returned to his apartment. It was small, barely furnished, a mattress on the floor, a single chair, and a whiteboard filled with diagrams and sketches. He had no TV, no distractions, just a dream and his old laptop. He powered up the device and typed the domain, coderots.org. He remembered his mother's voice. "You ain't got to be loud to be great. Just be consistent." He stayed up late working on the site, his fingers moving steadily across the keys. He recorded tutorials on HTML and JavaScript, edited the videos on free software, and uploaded them late into the night. His subscribers were few, but loyal. At the bar that weekend, Keisha laughed loudly, showing a video on her phone. Malik's YouTube tutorial had made its way into the wrong circles. "Yo, Malik really out here posting YouTube videos like he's Steve Jobs." Her friends burst into laughter. "He talking about tech and can't even afford a real MIC," one of them added. Later that night, Malik saw the comments. "Who is this dusty dude talking about tech? Man can't even afford a haircut." The word stung, but he closed the screen and exhaled. He'd seen worse. Back at the community center, only 3 kids showed up. Funding had been cut. A notice was taped to the door. Malik stood there for a long moment, staring at the paper. He pulled out his phone and checked his savings. Not much, but enough. He bought 3 refurbished laptops and delivered them to his students' homes himself. At night, he edited videos, filled out grant applications, and built his site. When he was too tired to sit, he slept on the floor beside his desk. He skipped meals to pay for hosting fees. Still, he pressed on. Each day, he woke up, prayed, and worked, alone, unnoticed, but determined. One day, an email popped up. Subject: "We love your mission, let's partner, Black Tech Fund." His heart stopped. The message was from a national tech fund for black creators. They wanted to invest, promote his work, and feature him in a spotlight series. Tears filled his eyes. He sat back in his chair, hands trembling. At the barbershop, a few weeks later, the TV above the mirrors played a local news segment. Meet Malik Johnson, founder of Code Roots, an initiative transforming inner-city youth through tech. Keisha and Nia stayed in stunned silence. Tyrone nodded, pride glowing in his eyes. Told you, he was just watering his roots. Malik stood at the front of a tech fair the next weekend, suited up, looking confident. Lights flashed. Children clapped. Parents leaned in. They said I was broke. I was. They said I was quiet. Still 'em, but in the silence, I built something louder than laughter. The crowd erupted in applause. Parents nodded. Kids smiled. A year later, the barber shop had a new plaque on the wall, Cold Roots Partner Shop. Malik walked in with a box of gear for the shop's youth program. "We're starting an after-school code club," he announced. Nia stood up as he entered. "Malik, I'm sorry about how we used to clown you." He smiled. "You helped me grow." Every joke was fuel. In a new classroom across town, dozens of kids clicked away at new computers. A mural of Malik stretched across the back wall. Below his image were the words, "From Mock to Mentor." They laughed at him, but they didn't see the soil he was rooted in. Now, he was growing forests. Each child typing away on those keyboards was a branch of his legacy. Each line of code they wrote was a spark. Malik had become more than a teacher. He had become a movement. The laughs had faded. The ridicule had vanished. But what remained was the impact, the echo of a quiet man who never gave up. Malik Johnson, once mocked and dismissed, had become the architect of a better future.